Hello students, welcome to your computer class. So I hope all of you are doing well, and as in the previous classes we have covered some important concept of MS Word. So let us revise it and then we will move to the next topic. So we have seen what are the different views in the MS Word, the print layout, web layout, draft view. So we can choose these views from the view tab and by clicking on the various view buttons, and also we have the option of these view buttons at the bottom. Clear? So we can select these views from here as well by clicking on any of these, as well as we have some shortcut keys for choosing these, switching from one view to another. So these are some shortcut keys which we have seen. After that we have seen how to zoom in and zoom out. So this zoom in and zoom out can enlarge or can reduce the size of the text or whatever the document you are working on. So for that we have the slider button. So you can click on these buttons, you can press on the minus and plus. So this will increase, enlarge or reduce also. And one more option we have, that is if you click on the view tab, in the view tab we have the zoom option. So in the zoom option you can choose the percentage. Okay, so the percentage you are choosing, according to that the document will be enlarged, or if you will decrease it, it will also be minimized. Clear? So this way the zoom in and zoom out features we have seen, and also we have the option of using the keyboard shortcut, that is the control key of the keyboard, and then the scroll button of your mouse. So using the control key and the scroll button of the mouse we can also zoom in and zoom out. Okay, then we have seen how to customize the status bar. Status bar, we all know that at the bottom the different things which are visible to us on the as a status, like page number, then the number of words, the language. Clear? So all these can be customized. Customization means they can be modified, they can be changed. We can add more options to be viewed on this. How to do that? When you right click on the status bar we can choose, so already there are some tick options, check marks. So these check marks means they are all selected. If you want to remove any of these, you can again uh, press on this checkbox and it will be unchecked. Clear? Then we have seen how to customize the access toolbar. So quick access toolbar is at the top. There are some frequently used options available. So if you want to add more options there, so you can use this customizing quick access toolbar. Okay, and for that we have seen various ways how to customize and edit the things. We can add from different views and different tabs. Okay, next we have seen how to add the keyboard shortcuts. So keyboard shortcuts, in that we have seen when you go to the file tab, then the options, there we have some method for customizing these keyboard shortcuts. So when you click on this keyboard shortcuts customize, so it will open you this keyboard customize dialog box, and from there you can choose the different categories, the different tabs, and then the different commands of those. And for each of these commands, if there is some already existing keyboard shortcut, it will appear there, and if there is not any keyboard shortcut, we can make your own, and already existing can also be modified. But I have told you again and again that whenever you are changing something, you can try it once, and after doing the thing, remove all the settings which you have changed. Why? Because it can cause the problem for the others. If the system is being used by your other siblings, some other person, so he will face difficulty if you will add these extra things. Okay, then we have seen all these things, how to assign these keyboard shortcuts. Let us, we have all seen, I think, yes, we have covered all these things. Now here as you can see, we have covered, I think, these keyboard shortcuts are appearing as you can see in the step number 6. So whatever the current uh, keyboard shortcut is there, this will appear, or if you want to choose, you can write from there. So here for example there is some key combination like Alt plus L. This is being used for some, this is the, okay, let us see. Okay, now after choosing this, when you will press on the assign key, this will be assigned, and when you click on the close, click on the OK, that shortcut key will be assigned to you. Clear? So whatever the shortcut you have chosen, this will also appear on the, if you will go to the page layout option, and when you position the mouse pointer over that tool, whatever the tool you have chosen, so there it will show the shortcut we have chosen. Okay, let us read this, update your knowledge as well. So using the shortcut, keyboard shortcut, you can be faster and more efficient than clicking a button on the ribbon or the QWERTY, because you can keep your hands on the keyboard, maintaining the typing speed and efficiency. So yes, it is obvious that whatever the shortcut you are choosing, it will be more quicker and faster rather than clicking on that ribbon area or whatever the command which you are choosing. Okay, so next today we are going to start how to protect your document. Okay, so protecting the document means we can set some restrictions, we can add some password. So only if you know the password, then only you will be able to open that. Okay, so let us see these things. So here we are. You can protect your document by assigning a password to it. It will limit the changes others can make to your document. Clear? So by using these settings, what we can do, we can restrict the person from doing the changes in your document. So let us see what are the different steps for doing this. Click on the review tab. So here we have the review tab, then click on the restrict editing. So let us try to do these steps at the same time. So we have to go to the review tab and then restrict editing. So if I come to our document, here we are. So we have to go to the review tab, here it is. Now on the review tab, we can go to the restrict editing. Here this is the option. I hope this is visible to you. This one, the restrict editing. First, what we have done, first we have gone to the review tab, and then after the review tab we are on the restrict editing. Okay, so let us click on the restrict editing. So when you click on the restrict editing, a new you can say a new panel opens. By using this panel we can set the settings. So let us erase this first, and then we will come again to the book and see what are the further steps. So here we are. So we have done the two steps, that is review tab and the restrict editing. So here you can see the restrict formatting and editing pane appears. Clear? So the right side you can see, when you click on the restrict editing, a new pane means a portion of the window. So this will open. Now click on the checkbox of the limit formatting to a selection of styles. So whatever the settings you want to choose. So step number 3 is the checkbox to limit the formatting. Clear? Now click on the settings. The formatting restrictions dialog box appear. Clear? Click on the checkboxes for the style you want to be available in the document. Click on the OK. So these steps, let us try to do these in our document as well. So here we are. So what we have to do, first step was, if you want to formatting restrictions, so you will click on this formatting restriction, and then when you click on the settings, it will open you these formatting restrictions. So whatever the restrictions you want to get applied on your document, these are all the allowed things which are appearing. If you want to remove any of these, what we have to do, we will click again on that and it will be unchecked. Clear? So this is for applying the formatting restrictions. So only those which you will allow, only that will be allowed for the formatting of the document. Clear? So after doing these formatting restrictions, what we have to do, we can click on the OK button. Okay, so it is giving you some message that this document may contain formatting or the styles that are not allowed. Do you want to remove them? So if you remove them those formatting styles will be removed from your document. Clear? So here also you can see when we till step number 6, what is when you click on the OK, it will give that message. Okay, now step number 7, click on the checkboxes to specify editing restrictions. Clear? So first we have seen the formatting restrictions. Formatting we already know. If you want to apply some you can say font, then different styles of those, so that was the formatting restriction. Now the next is editing restrictions. So first is click on the checkbox of to you can say to choose the editing restrictions option. Now click on the down arrow button and select the type of editing to permit. Okay, let us come to again to our document. So here we are right now on the editing restriction. So when you click on this checkbox, it will give you some drop down menu. So here we have what are the different editing restrictions. First is track changes, comments, filling, and no change read only. So if you will choose any of these, so it will be selected. So suppose I choose no change. So if I choose no change, then the document which you are saving, then this document will not be cannot be edited, modified. Only the person can read this document. Okay, so these types of editing restrictions can be chosen from here. Okay, come again to the book. Now step number 9, select parts of the document to make them available for editing. Clear? So these we have just seen that these are the different you can say restrictions which will apply on editing. Then click on the checkbox to identify users allowed to edit the selected parts of the document. Then step number 11, click on yes, start enforcing protection. So let us see all these things. If we come to again to the software window, here we are. Okay, wait. Okay, so here we are having some exceptions. So if you want to allow some of the persons, clear, so if there may be more than one user on your computer, clear, so you can choose these name of the users. If there is only one user, then it will not give you that option. So if you want to give some exception, you can click on this checkbox. Then after that there is the start enforcement. Clear? So means whatever the settings you have just applied, if you want to get it applied these restrictions on the document, you can click on yes, start enforcing protection. So when you'll click on this start forcing protection, it will give you a new window. Let us see again in the book as well. Clear? So till step number 11 we have seen, we have clicked on the start enforcing protection. Now here it comes the password. Let us see this. So the start enforcing protection dialog box appear. Type a password, retype the password. Clear? So we have this new dialog box. In that we can choose the password which you want to apply on the document. Clear? Then the new password, then click on the OK button. Then step number 15, click on the save icon from quick access toolbar. Word protects the document and save the protection. Clear? So now we are going to save the same thing. So here we are. Now whatever the password you want to choose for your Word document, we can choose. So I am writing a password. You can choose accordingly. But whenever you are making these settings, ensure that you are remembering these things, or otherwise you will yourself forget it. Okay, so after writing this, when you click on the OK button, it will be applied. Clear? Then after this you have to save that, so that all these settings are saved. Okay, so here we have applied it and saved the password. Now when you open the protected document, areas you can edit are highlighted. Clear? So after this setting, whatever the options you have chosen, whatever the settings which you have applied, only those things will be available for the next user. Clear? If you try to change an area that is not highlighted, a message appears in the status bar explaining that you cannot make the modification because that area of the document is protected. Clear? So it means whatever the settings you have just applied, it will get protected. Clear? Why? Because we have set the password for these restrictions, for these formatting things and editing restrictions. So that is why those options, or those you can say menus, will not appear for modification or editing. Okay, so this way we have seen how to apply the password to your document, how to apply different settings for the protection of your document. Now next is tracking changes. Clear? So this is an important concept, that if more than one users are working on your document, then how to keep the track of those changes. Let us see now this. You can use track change feature to track the editing and formatting changes made to your document. Clear? So track change feature, what is the main function of this? This is used for tracking the editing and formatting. Clear? So whatever the changes have been done to the document, whatever the you can say the date on which the person or the user who have made these changes, so this all changes can be tracked, means we can get the details of all these changes. So this is important when you more than one person works on a document in Word. Clear? So it is possible that the computer is being shared by different person, so you can make the users on the computer. So if multiple users are working on a single document, so for those changes, for tracking those changes, we can use this track change feature. So in this case, you would like to know which change have been made to it, or which content is deleted, inserted or formatted. Clear? So by this we can see all these changes. So if someone has deleted some portion, if someone has modified something, clear, or if someone has made some formatting, whatever the editing changing has been done, this all can be tracked. Through this feature, you can track almost every change that has been made to the document. This page demonstrates how to make Microsoft Word 2010 track the changes. Clear? So here now we will see what are the different steps, how to enable this feature and how to use this. Okay, so the first step is, let us erase this first. Then first step is, from the status bar, click on the print layout icon to view your document. Clear? So we already know where is the status bar and which is the print layout icon. Here is the status bar and print layout icon is these different views. Clear? So which view we have to select? The print layout. Then click on the review tab. Clear? We have the review tab. In that review tab we have to click on the track change. Clear? So review tab is here, and in that we have to click on the track change. Okay, now let us come delete this and come to the our Word document, and will apply this. So password protecting we have just seen. Now we are, as it is suggested to us, to click on the print layout. So right now we are already in the print layout view. Now we have to come to the review tab. So here is the review tab, and we have to click on the track change. Clear? So if I click on these track changes, we are having these options. Okay, so we will just see what we have to select and what is the different things which we have to choose. So here is step number 3. Click on the track changes. Now make changes to the document as needed. A vertical bar appears in the left margin beside lines containing changes. Okay, so for these things, let me come to the document again. So if I am right now in this, so it is okay. So maybe because of the password which we have set, the document is okay. Let us try to new document, on that we can apply this. Maybe because of the password restriction it was not allowing us. Clear? So this is the new document, and now let us come to the review tab, and here you can see in the previous document, as we have applied the different settings of the password, so there were some restrictions for editing the document, that why it was not visible to us. Now what we have to do, we have to enable the track change. So if I click on the review tab and then on the track changes, clear? So if I click on these track changes, now it is enabled. Now what we have to do, if we come to the textbook, after clicking on this track change, it will be enabled, means it will show you with a different color. It is, as right now you can see, this is in the yellow color. Now make changes to the document as needed. Okay, so whatever the changes you will do right now, we can change it. Now a vertical bar appears in the left margin beside the line containing the changes. So let us try to do this. Suppose I am writing something in between, so you can write anything whatever the you want. It may be as per the document. If I am changing, if I am writing some text, if I am editing something, if I am changing this to bold, clear? Next, if I am changing this, the size of this, clear? So I am doing all these changes. If I am changing the paragraph of this, so you can see all of these changes. Now this changes to the left of this, there is some line, clear? So as you can see here, these are the different lines which are marked right now. So in all of these lines there are some marking, and to the right side we can see these names of these things are visible to us. Let us come again to the document. Clear? So a vertical bar appears in the left margin beside lines containing changes, and added text appears underlined and in color other than black. Clear? So whatever the text you have entered, it is with the different color, and to the whole of the document, to the left of this, these margin lines are appearing, so that to indicate that these lines are changed. And deleted text appears with the strike through formatting. We have not deleted something, let us try to do that. If I delete a sentence, suppose I am deleting the last sentence, okay, so I have deleted it. Now you can see this is right now with the strike through options. Strike through means it is cut in between. I hope this is visible. Let me increase the zoom. So here you can see all these changes, whatever we have done, these are appearing with the other color, and all the other things they are changing accordingly as per whatever the thing we are writing. It is appearing with a different color and it is underlined, and the portions which we have deleted, they are appearing with the strike through button. Clear? Then each reviewer changes appear in a different color. Okay, so it may happen that these types of changes will be done by different users. So right now this is only one user who have changed this document. So if the same document will be opened again by some other user, and if he has changed something, so the other changes will appear with some other color. Clear? Now by positioning the mouse pointer over a track change, you can view details about the change and who made it. Clear? So not only that, we can see these details of these changes. So if we'll bring the cursor to these changes, let me show you. If I bring the cursor to this, you can see the details as well. Let me move the, yes. So right now also, okay, if I come to the review track changes, so here you can see whenever I am bringing this mouse to any of these word, it is giving you the name of the user, then the date and the time. Clear? So this is the change, the, you can say, the specification of all these changes. Clear? So here you can see this is coming in this new sort prompt. Clear? So this way we can see that all the changes, the details of these. So this is the advantage of this track change feature. Okay, now review track changes. Okay, let us see this. So you can review a document containing track changes and decide whether to accept or reject the changes. As you accept or reject changes, Word remove the revision mark. Clear? So now if there are multiple users who have done the changes, all these changes are appearing to you. Now it is the time, if you want to select what changes you want to accept, and the other changes which you don't want to keep in the document, they can be rejected. Clear? So this is the review track change. Now open the document in which changes were tracked. So it is already open, the all the changes which we have done just. So suppose this change has been done by multiple users, so all will appear in the document. Now point 2, position the mouse pointer over any change you to view details about it. Okay, so whatever the change has been done, when you bring the cursor there, it will show you in that small box. You will see the name of the person, the who made the change, the date and time of the change, and the details of the change. Clear? So all this thing will appear in that small box we have just seen. Then place the insertion point at the beginning of the document. Clear? So we already know where is the insertion point. Insertion point is the blinking line. So what we have to do, we have to place the insertion point to the beginning of the document. Now click on the review tab. So we know where is the review tab. In the review tab we have the track change option, so here it is, the review tab. Now click on the next button to review the first change. So here we have the next button. So when you click on the next button, it will come to the first change. So let us do this as well in our document. So what we have to do, we have to bring the cursor to the left of the document, to the beginning of the document. Then what we have to do, we have to come to the review tab, and then to the next. Let us click on the next. So it will bring the cursor to the first change which is done. Clear? Come again to the book. Now Word highlights the first change. You can click on the next again to skip over the change without accepting or rejecting it. Clear? So if you want to accept that change, we can do the things, and if you want to skip to that change, we want to move to the next, you can click on the next again. When you click on the next option again, it will move to the next change. Okay. Now step 6, if you want to click on the accept to incorporate the change in the document. Clear? So if you want to accept that change, what we have to do, we can press on the accept button. Here we have, and if you want to reject it, you can click on the reject to revert the text to the origin state. Let us come to the document. So here you can see this option is right now the first text was selected. Okay, let us come again. Here it is selected. Now if you want to, we have seen the details of this when you bring the cursor, and now if you want to accept it and if you want to reject it, we can choose from these. Okay, so right now we are going to reject it. So let us click. So if I have rejected it, that thing has been removed. So and again it, the selection will be moved to the next. Clear? So this way we have selected or rejected, and when you click to the next, it will automatically, here it is right now, we have clicked on this, the enter button, so that it was changed to the new paragraph. So if you click again on the this reject, this will bring it to the original form. Clear? So this way we have seen how to track changes. Okay, so in the coming class we will see further more details about these things. So today we have seen how to set the password, how to protect the document, and how to use the track change feature in the MS Word software. Okay, so I hope you have learned something new, and in the coming class we will see the further uh, these changes we have, and after that we will see how to apply the mathematical equations in your document. Okay, so till then revise the thing and stay fit and healthy. Thank you everyone.